Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well this evening. So, getting ready to start. Tyras just saying my 6 o'clock canceled this evening. Had an emergency, and so my next person might want to come more earlier. So I don't know. I'm gonna text her and see where we're at. Hey Tasha R, how are you? Text her and see what she wants to do. Hey Shawnee, how are you? How's it going? So yeah, I just said let me jump on now and do what I need to do. Yeah. So I know some folks will be able to jump in the room and some folks won't. So I know folks got things going on this evening on this, what day is it, Sunday evening. It's been a long day. Yeah, so yeah, I'm good. I am so good. Yeah, I said, I was like, my goodness. I said, there's some things I do want to address today, before I bring my next person on, my person on this evening. Let me put up her picture of who I'll be interviewing this evening. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. All right, so I'll be interviewing Arnita Deshields this evening. She'll be coming on with us to talk about her business and all of the fabulous things that she is doing, because she has a lot of amazing things that she's, a lot of projects and stuff that she's working on. And oh my goodness, her mission is awesome. And so I am so glad that we was able to connect and everything, because oh my goodness, she has a lot. She was a columnist, and she has a radio show, consultant, I mean, a mother, minister, she does a lot. So I am so looking forward to interviewing Arnita Deshields this evening. And so yeah, so it's going to be a good evening talking about all of the fabulous things that's going on and how she's been handling, life stressors and situations that's been going. And we're going to also talk about her book, because she has a book called Watch God Move. Nothing is impossible without God. So yes, I'm looking forward to having her come on and we talk about her book and all the great things that is going on. And so hopefully she'll be on. Her time is at 7 o'clock, but I just said, let me jump on now. I said, because I knew, I had put out that I had a 6 o'clock, but my 6 o'clock is not coming this evening. So in the meantime, I said I would come on and talk about, some stuff that's been going on. Yeah, just talk about anything, because there's a lot going on lately and everything. And, yeah, just see how everybody's been doing, making sure everybody's good, on this Sunday. Because I know, some days it's like, oh, and I know it's been, in the Northeast, it's been doing a lot of raining. So, with that being said, except for Chicago, I've got word that they had a little bit of snow up there. So, I ain't feeling that. Not feeling that. But other than that, that's about it on these ends. So, yeah, let's see. Yep, so, yeah, somebody had reached out to me and got a little attitudey because I didn't contact them back right when they sent me a message, right? So here's the thing. I'm gonna address, I'm definitely gonna address the elephant in the room. I have a life. What's up, Mac? 357. How you doing, Mac? Let me tell y'all. The bottom line is, let's address the elephant in the room. I have something called a life outside of Instagram. So I'm not going to be on here all the time, all day and all night. I check messages when I can. And, a lot of people, if you have my phone number or my email address, you can reach out to me that way. If I don't answer a DM message or whatever, and you feel that what you have is important, but to send me messages and think that I'm supposed to respond every time somebody, hits, you know what I mean? I guess what's up, gossip and heifers? How you doing? I know y'all came in right when I was addressing the elephant in the room, in regards to people thinking I'm supposed to respond at their every beck and call. And I'm like, at the end of the day, I have something called a life outside of Instagram. And so I'm not on here answering messages all day. And if I can't get to a message, I can't get to a message. Facts is facts. So to, keep sending me all these voice messages. If you have my phone number, just call. I mean, just ridiculous. So with that being said, I just wanted to address that. You know what I mean? Um, if somebody has a question or concern, just, call me if you have my number, or email me, or, hit me in my DM. But when I'm super, super busy, what's up, Janelle? When I'm super, super busy, I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. You know what I mean? To entertain something when I, may know that it may not be anything. You know what I mean? And one thing I will say is this: all money ain't good money. Okay? Um, because sometimes people try to throw money, your way or whatever, thinking, oh, okay, well, you could help me with this. And no, because some people can be stressful, okay? And in the business and the industries that a lot of us is in, when it comes to, therapy, and when it comes to business, helping business owners and stuff like that, sometimes, we have to wean out who we will work with. You know what I mean? And that goes both ways, because it becomes too much. Team too much. And y'all know how I feel about the team too much people, right? I don't do the team too muchers. And so, yeah, so just my blurb for the evening. My 6 o'clock this evening had to reschedule, and so her new date is going to be in June. She was under the weather, and she was very, very apologetic. Very, very, very apologetic about it. And I told her, calm down, it's okay. Life happens, and yeah, so you're good. So, but other than that, I'm good. But at first I wasn't going to address that situation, but I just said I felt on my spirit that I needed to, because people need to, understand, like, I don't need to go into details with everybody about what I have going on. You know what I mean? Again, you might see me pop in and out of lives, but that's what I'm doing, popping in and popping out, because I have stuff going on. So I don't know. I have no idea. Michelle, you want to come on for a few minutes for my guest come on? She's getting herself. My 7 o'clock is getting herself together. So, but I'm just like, yeah. So I don't know. Like, I'm popping on live tonight, and I probably won't pop back on no more until, what's the name? What's up, Designer Tasha? How are you? What's up, Dr. Candace? How are you? Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Girl, Michelle, girl, girl, girl. Why you laughing?
Because I feel the energy. That's why I'm laughing.
And it's so funny. Thank you. Thank you, Tasha. Look. I mean, I was having a good day, and then I was in my DM, and and I'm reading my DM, and I'm like, and the person left voice messages. I'm listening to the messages, and I'm just like, okay, what do you want me to do? You know what I
People
mean?
think that you're supposed to stop everything you're doing just to
Yeah,
accommodate them, and I have a
right.
client like that. And my client is a political figure. She will
Mhm.
call me at 6 in the morning
Mhm.
trying to get some stuff done, and then
Right.
worry the crap out of me for the rest of the day. I'm like, sweetheart,
Mhm.
I have other clients. You're not the only one. I
But
have
this,
no
but.
problem get you taken care of, but I'm not going to stop
Mhm.
everything I'm doing to get you
Mhm.
taken care of. It's not going to happen.
Right, but the thing is, this ain't even a client.
Oh hell no, no. See, that's why I don't like people. I just don't like people.
What's up, Alma?
What's up,
What's up,
mama?
Owen ago?
I don't like people. They
And
they
I'm
they,
just
they work my
like,
damn nerves.
what's up, Angelique? What's up,
It's
Shanda?
it's
I
too damn much.
I was sitting up here and I'm just like, I said, well, let me take a moment and listen to this message. Right, comedian Jeremy Lamont, unless they dropping everything prices. Exactly. And I'm sitting up here and I'm reading this stuff and I'm like, I'm like listening to it because it was a voicemail. And I'm just like,
Back to back.
okay, it was like they reached out to me. I'm assuming it must have was Thursday night or Friday morning, which you know what's been going on.
I know it's yeah. I'm like,
You know
yo,
what's been going on my end, and I've been out of touch with everything. You know what I mean? Because I've been focusing on my other stuff. You know what I mean? And so I'm just like, are you serious? And so then I get like three more messages today.
let me go another room because Rocky got the hateful eight playing in the
And
background.
I said, what's
Okay.
up, Shanta? I said, I'm sitting up there, I'm like, okay, so what you want me to, you know what I mean? Like, I can't stop I'm not stopping
People
everything I
that's why
do.
that's why
That's called
people
entitlement. And my thing is, I just did a whole daggone, what's the name? YouTube on boundaries the other day.
yes.
You
And
know what I
people don't
mean?
know anything about boundaries. That's the problem.
Right,
You think you get a certain age, you would have common sense. Common sense ain't
right.
common for everybody.
Oh my
And the fact,
gosh. Hey, Mr.
okay,
Tompkins, how are you?
he coming here
But my
being nosy.
But my thing is, it's just like my thing is, okay, number one, therapists, some therapists have therapists, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have a lot of things that we intake and things that we have going on, right?
Exactly.
And I don't, like every day, I'm not going to have time to sit here and, just sit there and Candace is a hot mess to sit there and just harbor over top of my IG. Like
I ain't got time for it.
I don't do that. I just don't. You
I
know what
get
I'm
it.
saying? I just don't. And it's just like, so to think that folks just, this is what we do. I don't do that. I have so many other projects I'm working on that is just like, no. And I think what ticked me off was the most was the person has my phone number.
See that you know what that irritates my
But wait a
butthole. I ain't
minute.
gonna be
But wait a
lying.
minute. But wait a minute,
Ugh.
Michelle. What's up, Portia? Huh? Take care and hey, Portia. But here's the thing. Here's the kicker, though, Michelle. Not one of my phone numbers. Two of my numbers.
So they got both your numbers and they blowing your inbox up. What the hell is wrong with people? What's up, op?
So why are you doing op? Hey, everyday diva. So why would you?
Because people are extra. Let me tell you something. We got too many ways to communicate and we don't know how to
Mhm.
communicate. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We can
Yeah.
communicate, but we don't know how to do it. Folks will sit up
Right.
there and think that you're supposed to be the number one priority. I'm not breaking down my day for you, okay? If I
Right.
tell you I got to get with you later, and if I
Yeah.
can't get with you right away, please have some understanding before you make me get
Mhm.
very, very bitchy.
Right. I mean, and you know me, I'm diplomatic, so I was very, very nice. Hey D, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
I was diplomatic. I was very,
Indeed.
very nice. But I'm just like,
I don't bother
you
with that.
know, I'm like I can't. I'm like I really can't.
That's
You
why I
know.
told you when you started. That's why I don't like people. I got a handful of people that I deal with, and
Mhm.
that's enough. I'm good.
Right. Portia, you're right. Portia said they think you're available 24/7. You know what?
Yes,
They really do. They really do. And
and
granted,
right, Mo.
and my thing is, first of all, a lot of y'all, like on my lives lately, I've been telling y'all, bits and pieces on my schedule and how my schedule now has been set up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, and it's like so crazy because last night I had to work last night.
See, and folks just don't
You
know.
remember I told you that. Remember I told
Yep.
you that I messed up my schedule and I
Mm-hmm.
ended up working last night and I didn't get off work till 9 o'clock our time last night. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm working on two time zones.
See, and that's the thing.
So
People
for
don't understand that
somebody,
either.
right? So at the end of the day, my schedule is not like it once was. You know what I'm
See,
saying? Because I have to
I
try to I'm maneuvering things. You know what I mean? And trying to
look. We both know our daily dealings.
Mm-hmm.
And that if the general public just knew
Mm-hmm.
everybody's checklist for the day, y'all wouldn't be
Mm-hmm.
so damn worrisome. But then again, it may encourage them more to be worrisome so they can stop their
Mm-hmm.
roaring.
Mm-hmm.
Because people
Right.
do have a selfish way of thinking. Okay, I should have a response back from this individual since I left them several messages, and they have like a time frame. If I don't, you need
Right.
to get with me within the next 5 minutes. No, 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 no. You don't know what I got going on.
First of all, the only people that's hearing from me in the next 5 minutes is the people that's cutting damn checks. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm putting it out there, okay? Because at the end of the day, when my clients call,
That's
Tyra,
it.
I got an emergency. I need to talk to you right now.
I gotta go.
I gotta go.
Gotta go.
I
Gotta go.
shut down my damn live to talk to them. You know
And see,
what I
that's
mean?
yeah. And
But
folks get. I'm gonna
but
tell
if
you
you
this.
calling me with some damn questions that don't even half make sense,
Mm-mm.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll entertain it, but at the end of the day, I gotta do what makes sense.
What's up,
Now,
Red
I
Man?
did answer, like I do answer when people, like it was been a number of people like during the holiday season, people was having a lot of emotional breakdowns. I was, DMing, like they would DM me. I reached back out, gave them my phone number so I could talk to them, and I handled that. That's a whole nother situation, right? But
Right.
my thing is, if I'm giving you information from Tyras just saying in the lives about businesses and things to do, take notes.
Girl, look, you can't hold everybody's hand. And the
No,
thing about it is, when you
no.
try to let them know, hey, look, I'm
Hmm.
not in this headspace right now, or I can't deal with this right now. Let
Right,
me get
right,
back with you. They
right,
get an attitude thinking you blowing them off. And I'm like, well, you can stay in your feelings all day long when I tell you that I do have things to take care of.
right,
I'm not trying, and it might be times I don't feel like dealing with your ass. These are
right,
just facts because you
right,
may take that much energy from me to deal with you. You know,
right, right. I mean,
so
yeah, yeah.
because there's people that you notice how they move, and if it's all about them all the damn time, I'm like, okay, I gotta step back because I gotta give me myself and whatever else I got to dedicate myself to some time too.
Right,
I am not a babysitter.
right, right. And my
Okay.
thing is, this is like, and it's so funny because I only got one person that actually hits the button to call me from IG. Only one person. And
And
that's the only one person that has a pass on that one. And that's because they just do it just because it irritates me. But but they
see,
got a
this
pass on it.
this is why I hate people. They do shit on
But they
purpose.
no, but they got a pass. You know what I mean? And it's
But you give
okay.
them a
But
pass.
it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. But
Okay.
but because I'm like, yeah, I'm like, okay, well, it's okay, you good. But
Yeah.
everybody else, like, no.
I'm gonna tell you something that's funny. I did, my one of my random acts of kindness for somebody recently.
Hmm.
And that's another thing when you extend yourself to certain individuals, if they will be appreciative or take advantage. And I want
Correct.
to say a couple of days later, they were back in my inbox. Oh, well, could you do so and so and so and so and so? I said, sweetheart, let me explain something to you. When I do something like that, it's because I'm
Mm.
trying to, do my give back to the universe. That's what I'm
Right.
trying to do.
Hmm.
I'm not trying to get no acknowledgement and all that other stuff off of that. I'm just doing it
Mm.
because when you pay it forward, it always comes back tenfold.
Right.
So, and when I explained this to this individual,
Hmm.
they got disrespectful. You know what I mean?
Really?
Oh, girl,
With
got a
your
little
random acts
disrespectful.
of kind? Wait a minute. What?
I gave him random acts of cuss words. How about that? Random acts of cuss words is what you'll
Look.
be getting over here when I try to do you a solid and your ungrateful ass sit
Wow.
up there. And I got to start measuring that a little bit better
Hmm. Yeah.
because because there's some
Yeah.
people that will just be there, they'll take advantage of the situation, and
Hmm.
and then just like think that you are obligated to keep them shining. I'm like, no,
Hmm. Hmm.
this is not that kind of party.
Right. 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 Yeah. I'm just like, I was just like, when it comes to doing it, like I do things for people all the time. You know what I mean? It's just I just don't yeah, I mean, it's like I do things for people all the time without any regard. You
That
know what I
exactly,
mean? And
exactly.
it's just like, and my thing is, I don't mind. I'm okay with, doing that.
Like I do want to, yes, oh my goodness, set in
Yep, emotional
stone,
vampires.
you are calling it. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
I said, I want to find other ways to help people, but now I understand. It's like every day we learn something new, right? And what I'm
Exactly.
learning new, what I learned now from my colleagues, which they don't even know they taught me this, and I had to tell them at a later date what they taught me, is now I understand why they got applications for every damn thing that goes down. They got applications. You have to fill out an application to talk to me.
Look,
And
that's the
I
right
don't have
move.
and the thing is I don't have an application. But now
You
I
need some.
understand. Right now I understand why they all have applications. Now I
Rocky
understand.
Rocky has a funny theory. She's got a thing about having her own private island just for, African Americans. And, when we have
Hmm.
positivity and all those shit.
Hmm.
Rocky said there's got to be an application process to get on that island. He said, I ain't taking nobody random. Everybody got to fill out paperwork. And I got to see
but
what the hell going on here before your ass get up
but
in
you
here.
know what? She's right.
Yes.
She's right. I mean, people have to, at the end of the day, you have to do that. You have to.
Just like,
You have
yo,
to.
you cannot come on this island just because you black. I need to.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. You have to have an application process. And it's just like, and I just sat there and I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
you
it'll
really
help
need
you.
one.
It will help you weed out the people that are going to be time wasters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You
Exactly.
look at that.
Exactly.
You see how they respond to certain questions and their
Mm-hmm.
mindset. If
Mm-hmm.
they could complete a full sentence, can they
Mm-hmm.
even describe what they're going to bring forth to the company or
Mm-hmm.
why they need your services? If you can't give me a good, clear understanding
Mm-hmm.
in
Mm-hmm.
plain English, then
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to go see somebody else.
Right,
I'm
right,
sorry.
right, right.
I
I mean, and you
can't.
see that, and you see it all the time. You see it
Yep.
all the
Yeah.
time.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, and it's just like, like with my clients, they have a whole application process. They have to fill out how many pages is there? One, two, three. I think I got about 8 pages. They have at least 8 documents that they have to complete for even talking to me on the phone, okay, or seeing
That,
me in person or any of that, right?
that
And
makes sense.
and it was so funny because me and Glendora was on the phone and I was helping her with this program that all of the therapists pretty much use, right? And I'm on the phone talking to her and she busts out with, "Girl, we need to be adding this in." What? And so now it's like where we was already having that, like we was already at 8 documents. By the time I finished on the phone with her, we was at like 10 or 11. She said, "Well, if they want it, they'll fill it out." I was just like, I said, "Girl, I'll probably answer number 6. I'll be like, I don't want it."
Look, let me tell you something. Make the
But
job easier
it
on
does.
yourself.
It does. It does. It does. It really does. And it was just like I
Hmm.
met with some people, and it's just like I've been getting a lot of new folks that I've been meeting with, and and I had to ask the people. I'm like, okay, so how do y'all think this went? Y'all, are y'all want to move forward, or they
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, we like you as a therapist. That's cool." And I was just like,
Hmm.
I was shocked, and I said, "Oh, okay, well we'll rock with it."
Exactly. But that's what you
You
do. I
know.
mean, because that's the same thing with my business. Every time that there's a
Hmm.
renewal period, I have to have a meeting with my client because I
Right.
need to hear from them what
Hmm.
it is that they need for if they're going to continue, if they're satisfied, if
Hmm.
they want to add additional, just everything
Hmm.
because that's the
Hmm.
one thing you want to keep it short and sweet, make sure people are happy and do what you're supposed to do.
Right.
But that's part of my filtering system because, like I said, I've got clients. I tell you about one very recently who
Hmm.
worries the shit out of me. He brings
Hmm.
good money, but he just so goddamn worrisome. I'm like, look, he is the first client I've told you need CBD. I actually told him, as I said, if I ever get a hold of some edible CBD, I'm bringing you one, and I'm gonna let you have.
Wow.
I'm gonna bring you a jar of CBD gummies so you can calm your ass down. You doing too
Right.
much for
Right. Right. Right.
me. So if it was legal to do that with people that do over the top shit,
Yeah.
we'd be better. Girl, you laughing? I'm telling you the truth. I told him
I
he needs
know.
CBD.
Look,
No, I'm talking about in the comments.
set in
It's fine.
stone. Oh, set in stone. Set in stone. I'm actually getting ready to do an interview in like a few minutes. I could pop you in for a few minutes if you want to come in and say hey and tell us what your thoughts is on this topic.
Yes, honey,
I'll
because I
pop you
promise
in.
you, these folks do too much. And the thing about it is, you
Mm-hmm.
would think it would come from younger people,
Hell
the
no, it
older
come from
people.
older people.
What's up, Stone?
Hey, how
Hey,
y'all
how are
doing?
you? All right,
Doing
what's
good,
good?
girl.
I'm not a girl, I'm a boy.
Well, honey, I apologize. Be
It's
your
okay,
Our
boy,
thank
Stephanie.
you.
apologies. Our apologies. How are you
So,
So,
today?
y'all topic, I really like y'all topic right now because recently I had gotten a new therapist.
Mm-hmm. And how did it go?
Yeah, it was all right, but the
Okay.
evaluation was different. So I didn't like the evaluation. I was given like a
Mm-hmm.
middle-aged white man possibly. Like
Ooh,
I would say he
okay.
was like in his 50s or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um he called weed dope. That's one.
Oh my
mhm.
God, he took it back to the 50s.
Oh
Wait,
yeah.
wait, wait, wait.
Oh yeah. It was a
He,
doozy.
we
He
call
called
weed
weed
dope,
dope. And
Michelle.
that right there showed me, oh, sir, I've seen everything I needed to see.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Oh yeah.
Especially seeing he doesn't know me from a can of beans, but my business
Mm-hmm.
centers around weed and breaking negative
Okay.
stereotypes around people of color that smoke weed.
Right. Hey Larry, how
So
are you?
while I'm speaking
Uh-huh.
to him, he's just like, oh yeah, if you ask me, dope is just, the worst. Like,
Dope.
you know.
Oh my
So
No,
I
wait,
was
wait.
like,
God.
okay, okay. And then
You
after
Mm-hmm.
paying
that,
for
he started
therapy, not
asking me
opinion.
different. What'd you say?
Mm-hmm.
I said you paying for therapy, not an opinion.
That part. So as we keep talking,
Exactly.
he asked me. He was like, okay, so I'm gonna ask you about your traumas. I'm gonna ask you about different stuff. The procedural
Mm-hmm.
things.
Mm-hmm.
He goes on to ask me the procedural things. As he's asked me the procedural things, he says to me, "You have a high score." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You have a very high score. Like how you're stressed. You're extremely stressed. I would say like
Mm-hmm.
extremely depressed and da da da." I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"I know. That's why I'm here."
Right. Wow.
Like what's happening right now? Like I was so confused.
Yeah.
I was so confused, and
Mm-hmm.
I was so thrown aback at how he was
Mm-hmm.
so unprofessional.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
mind you,
Hell.
he also had a confusion. Now, all my doctors, they know that I go by he pronouns. I typically genuinely
Mm-hmm.
don't have a hard time, to be honest with you.
Right.
Unless, somebody just meets me or something, which is understandable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So as we continued on and he told me about this score and all this other stuff, he's just
Mm-hmm.
making me feel worse and worse
Mm-hmm.
and worse. Like
Oh
as I
no.
talk to this man. And by the end of it, he's just like, yeah, if I get your paperwork in, they might get back to you this week. I don't know. It might be another 7 days, but it all depends on me, honestly. It's just if I do it.
Mm.
If girl, okay.
Because
Yeah,
apparently the office that he's in, he could take his time getting his paperwork in.
yeah.
And a lot of people are not on a lot of just keeping it 100. A lot of therapists is not on the 24 to 48 hour plan where you got to get your notes in within 24 to 48 hours. You know what I mean? So that's horrible that happened to you. Are you still seeing that same therapist?
Oh no! So the great thing about that was he was just the evaluation. So I asked him. I
Okay.
said,
Okay.
"Excuse me, may I ask you a question?" He was like, "What's that?" He was like, I said to him, I said, "Are you gonna be my therapist?" And he's like, "Oh no, no, I just evaluate you, and then someone else will talk to you, and such and such and such." So I said, "Okay,
Thank
thank you."
God. Yeah,
And
thank God you didn't have
he
to
was
deal
like,
with
"On a
that.
scale from 1 to 10, how are you feeling?" I was like, "I'm pretty annoyed." Yeah.
Yeah, I'm annoyed
Yeah.
now. I'm
You had
annoyed
every right
now.
to be annoyed. You had
Like,
every
so
right to be
I
annoyed.
basically took it back to the original people that referred me to this program, because the original
Mhm.
program that I started back up, I just moved to the area that I live in now in Jersey.
Oh, okay.
So
You
when
okay? So you're nearby.
yeah.
Okay.
What'd you
Mhm.
say?
I said you're nearby.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I actually saw that you follow my mentor. Like I looked up to him, Aaron, who's wax.
I guess. Look, I guess what's his name again?
Aaron or who's Wax. But
Oh, okay,
he has a
okay.
podcast with Charlemagne, and he does what's his
Oh,
podcast? Over the beat.
you talking about,
I know what
oh,
you're talking about.
that's your mentor, girl. Hold up, Tyra.
Oh wow.
I got to speak
Not
to this.
girl, I'm a boy.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. You have to excuse my term of expression, but
It's
you are,
okay. We'll get there. You don't gotta overly
we'll get
apologize.
there.
You're just trying to understand me.
No, girl, look, I'm trying to understand how you got Wax as
Boy.
your mentor. Just please explain that to me. Explain that to me, because I know Wax. And yeah,
Yeah, I
please.
look up to him. I look up to him
Mm.
as a mentor. So
Okay.
we went to
Oh.
church together, and like I know his whole
Hmm.
family.
No, Wax is
Oh,
cool
okay.
people, but
Yeah,
I didn't
we
know
went
he
to
was
church together.
mentoring.
So we grew up in the same church, all that.
Mhm. Okay. Oh wow. So y'all history
Yeah.
go back years and
His
years and
dad was a
years.
pastor before he passed.
Mhm.
His mom is
Okay.
what is it, Elder Smith? Yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
Are
Okay.
you
So
in
yeah.
business with Wax?
No, I would love to be if I could, but no, I just
Because
really
he's
look up
got,
to him.
Mhm.
He let me ask
when
him
you see,
questions, different things of that nature.
Mhm.
tell him outside of your consulting with him, the heifers are upset with him. He made a promise.
Tell him that the heifers are upset with him. I
The
have to reach
heifers
back out.
are
I haven't
upset with
talked
him.
to him in a minute.
Oh, well, look, trust me. I've inboxed him, so I'm like, look, dude,
I'll
why you?
tell him. I'll tell him.
I don't like when people say they're gonna do something and don't do it, so I'm gonna get on him.
You know
Mhm.
what it is? He be so busy. I'm gonna be honest with
I
you.
know it,
He be
dude.
so busy. Cause even when I
I
try to
understand.
talk to him about different things or whatever the case is,
Mhm.
cause I was trying to get
Mhm.
some of his products in the liquor stores locally to me, and trying to
Mhm.
talk to him, he's like, "Oh, I'm at the warehouse. Oh, I'm on the podcast. Oh, I'm doing this.
No,
Oh, I'm doing that." And then
he's
Oh
constantly
he just
wow.
got
busy.
so much stuff going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last we talked to him, he had just had his baby shower. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, a while back. So I was talking to him about that. But other than that, I mess with Wax myself, but he's a good dude. He really is.
yeah, he's great. He's like the best,
Man.
and he's mad positive. Honestly, I asked him for some
No, he is.
advice the first time when I met up with. Now, mind you, last time like being around him more often, I was a child, like
Mhm.
I was a baby.
Mhm.
So growing up or
Okay.
whatever, now at this age, I moved over to Jersey or whatever. He's out
Okay.
this way, and I talked to who is I think his niece or whatever. So I said, "Yo, Jada, what's up with Aaron? Such and such and such." I did not know it was as big as it was. I had no I had no clue.
Mhm.
So when I got to the place, he was like, "Yeah, meet me over here, such and such, PH, whatever, whatever." I'm like, "No, that mean
Mhm.
penthouse. What the fuck? The hell did that shit mean?" So
Mhm.
got up there. He's
Mm.
just as humble as he was back in the day. Like he literally just the
Mhm.
same person. He's mad cool. Like mad,
No,
mad
he's
cool.
cool.
Like
I
I
like
talk
him.
about him so much. Yeah, what'd you say?
Right.
No, he is man cool. I just like messing with him.
Yeah.
You know how you got
He's a
people you love to
busy guy.
harass? Yeah, no, but he one of them. I mean, I do have some people I love to harass because the way they respond. So
Mhm.
it's
Ah,
always
see, you were
fun.
just getting on the other lovely lady that was up here,
Who?
her,
Whoa.
and they get a pass, and here you are in the opposite position.
I'm trying to figure out what
What?
the hell you're talking about. What? What happened? Help me
So let me ask you.
understand.
You know what I'm talking about.
So let me ask you real quick, Stone. Did you were you able to get the therapist that you needed?
I have another therapist now. Her name is
Okay.
Diane.
Good.
She's an older white lady. I'm gonna see how I feel about her.
Okay.
I don't have a problem having older people as my therapist at all, as long as they're still cool. Because you really
Okay.
don't age. You just get older physically, but you're still the same person. So if I could
Right.
fucks with them, I don't mind.
Right.
Right.
With
Long as you
her,
get
I
what you
feel
need.
like what was that?
No, as long as they help you get what you need, that's the main thing.
Exactly. I'm sorry. I'm over
Hmm.
by the water. Where is this? Hoboken, Newport. I'm like walking from Hoboken to Newport.
Oh wow, I was over that way a little while ago. coming from
Yeah.
you, you're coming from Manhattan. Um, yeah, because the thing is, finding a therapist is like finding a mate. You got to find the one that fits, And the
Yeah.
thing
Yes.
is, you want to make sure that whoever you work with is, like Dr. Candace said, that I pinned, was culturally competent. Because
Yep.
there's so many,
Yes.
so
Yes.
many
That's such a huge
therapists out
thing.
here that are not culturally competent, and we need them to, be able to know everything about culture, gender, all of the new trends that is happening out here. We need them
Mm-hmm.
to be well versed and educated about those things. So if you run into a problem, definitely, contact. I have my website and everything pinned up and everything. If you need any information for people that's in your area that might be able
Most
to
definitely.
help
I
you.
just followed you
You
just
know.
now.
Okay, yeah. So if you need anything, with being in New Jersey, because I'm actually in Philadelphia, so I know it's people
Oh, okay,
around.
cool.
You know. Yeah, that's why I was like, hey, you in the area?
No, Dr. Tyra be on it, boy. That's why I'd be like her and Dr. Candace. I'd be like, look, ladies, I know I'm not your patient, but let me just talk to you right quick. No, but
I
I'm
feel
glad
it.
that the black community
Yeah.
is embracing therapy more, because I know at one point it was such a stigma for us to even just be
Mm,
talking about going to see a therapist to get help with our trauma.
Right?
And
right.
I'm glad to see a lot more people are being acceptance of it, because I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Right.
Matter of
Mm-hmm.
fact, I was just watching, thanks to you, Tyra, that Corey Holcomb podcast.
Girl.
And now the thing about it is, I had to watch it 2 times, and he mentioned, I don't know what happened, but he was talking about that whatever company he was working with recommended he go see a therapist, and so
That poor therapist that
What
worked with
happened?
him. Oh my
they said
gosh.
you need to go see a therapist,
Mm-hmm.
and
Uh-huh.
he said, I'm not going. What's up, Adia? He said, I'm not doing it because that's how they got Wendy Williams. Because once they
Oh,
have you on paper, this is what he said. And I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God. But
what?
yeah, he said once they get you on paper having to go seek therapy, they can actually find a way to kind of swindle you out your money or something. So it was that type of thing. And I was like,
Because that's the mindset that a lot of people
that's the mindset.
have.
I was like,
That's the
nah,
mindset that people have.
yeah.
hmm
I was
That's the
just like,
mindset that people have. They need to know is that's not normally the case. And we think about what's going on with Wendy. We don't even know what's going on with Wendy. We
I
don't
don't
know
want to
what
know
that
what's going on with
situation.
her.
I don't want to know what's going
You
on with her.
I
know,
don't
I
want,
But
can
I
look,
I'm
know
not I'm
whatever it
not
is
gonna
that's
cap. I can
you know.
sympathize like a little bit.
hmm
And now
hmm
hear me out before y'all start looking at me cockeyed and
Oh no
crazy.
no. Not gonna
But
look
I
at
can
you that way. Go
sympathize a
ahead.
little bit because I just had, the situation that I just had recently with that other man or that
hmm
other
hmm
gentleman. You feel
hmm
me?
the evaluator.
So there's nightmares and horror stories for every black identifying identity in any form.
hmm
Um and I think that's really what's keeping some other black people to go towards it and get help, and
hmm
minorities in
Right.
general as a whole. Like I had a
hmm
conversation with a young man, and I mean young man was hood. Like
hmm
I had to walk
She
on the
said she
inside of
said
the
twice.
sidewalk
hmm
because I could possibly get shot type hood.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he
no,
was hood.
and
So
yeah, and
I
you
was
did not
talking
need
to
to be a part of
him
that.
and I was just
hmm
encouraging him and I was just telling him different things, like different things that I just learned and such or whatever, and
Yeah.
trying to get him to apply it to his life.
hmm
I'm not a therapist, I'm not a certified nothing. I'm just very positive. So
hmm
while I'm
hmm
speaking to him, I'm like, certain people you have to pay to get out of your life. So while you're regretting that you gave this person
Mm.
$100 this, $300 that, you paid to get them out of your life because you didn't understand that their time was over.
hmm Their season ran. Their season ran
Yeah.
its course,
So
and it was time for them to go.
mm-hmm.
yeah.
hmm
Sometimes
So
that's the cheapest
after
way to get them out your life.
Hello,
yeah.
hello.
So
You know.
exactly that. So after I tell him that,
hmm
I say to him, I was like, have you ever tried getting therapy? Just to let some go of some of this stuff. You feel me?
hmm Right.
Hmm.
And he's just like, nah, why the this and why the that do I gotta go to some
Mm.
therapy and that doop doop doop
Mm.
doop, and I was like,
Mm.
what?
Mm.
So
It's
And
a
I mean,
stigma.
there's the
he says
stigma.
to me,
hmm
me talking to you, Jay, that's therapy for me. And I said, I understand that wholeheartedly. But at the end of the day, I don't have
Mhm.
the constant obligation to be that person
Mhm.
for you. And there are people that will get paid
Right.
and be happy
Mhm.
to do it.
Mhm. Right.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right. Yep.
But they just
Hmm.
don't get
Yeah.
that concept. And then once I explained it
Mhm.
to him, I was like, that's heavy. What you're going through is real. He was like, yeah, it's real. I was like, and now
Mhm.
I got to take.
Uh-oh, he's spinning.
Yeah. I think I know he said he was by the water,
What?
so ain't no telling what signal
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. Yeah. He might have. It
Oh, is
might
it?
have clicked
Can you
off
hear me
for him.
now?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I
Yeah, we'll
hear
hear
you.
you
I hear
now.
you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So I told him, I was like, if you're relieving all this stuff, you're relieving all this pressure, maybe I don't have the space to handle it. And
Mhm.
if I don't have
Mhm.
the space
Hmm.
to handle it in that time, then what are you doing to me?
Mhm.
Now you're damaging me. Now you're hurting me. And what
Yeah,
how
because
can
you
I fill up your
giving
cup
you
if
that
my cup is
energy.
empty?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. You say that 10 times for the people in the back.
And I just don't know. Like I said, I had an experience where when I was engaged at one point, and
Mhm.
I highly recommended that we go to therapy beforehand. That was just, I
Mhm.
said, I
Uh-huh.
think that's something that we can have a good start on. He was
Mhm.
Yeah.
absolutely against it.
Mhm.
Absolutely against it. I said, so you mean we're going to go into this new situation together,
Mhm.
and we need to have a little bit of guidance because the party's on the wedding day, the work is after the wedding day, and
Hello.
Uh-huh.
from that day forward. So you need
Uh-huh.
to have a mindset that we are going to be in this for the long term. So that's why I think we need to get therapy ahead of time. And the fact that he was so turned off about recommending it
Mhm.
was a turn off for me.
Right.
Because I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm trying to find some way to make this a longevity situation. But
Mhm.
if you want to have a quick wedding and then we be at each other's throats, that's not going to work.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm. And I highly recommend, getting some type of therapy or some kind of relationship coaching or something before,
Yeah,
getting
something.
married. Because at the end of the day, especially if it's a situation where you already not seeing eye to eye. Because some
Mm.
people don't be seeing eye to eye. My thing is, if it don't fit, don't force it.
Ooh. Ow.
If it don't fit, don't force it. And I mean, and it sounds kind of mean and kind of harsh,
No, it's
But it's
it's
the
but
truth.
not.
like,
It's not.
but it's the
It's
truth because it's
real.
like right now I see a whole. It's like I went back to starting to see couples again, and it's just like, you constantly see and hear the issues over and over again. Some is just fine. It's just okay. We just need to learn how to talk. But then there's others. It's just like, yo, you can't fit that. How am I gonna fit a little teeny weeny straw into a pinhole? That don't work. You
It
can't
don't.
do it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and it's really good that we need to, break the stigma, with therapy. And I wish,
Yeah.
people will stop unloading, taking an emotional dump on top of people who really don't want it.
Yeah.
And that's
And I mean,
a negative narrative that we have in our
it
community
is.
real bad. I wish
Mm-hmm.
we would just be a little bit more open minded. Because I
Yes.
know
Mm.
I see people of different ethnic backgrounds on TV all day. Well, I just had a meeting with my therapist. And nobody criticizes them when they're talking amongst their
Mm-hmm.
friends or family. They're all
Right.
accepting of that they're healing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
let me come to for not my family in particular, but as an example, if I come
Mm-hmm.
to a family situation, say you know what I'm doing better, my therapist is telling me that, and they just
Mm-hmm.
downplay what I'm doing for myself. So
Right.
that's why I think that we may have a whole different take on therapy, which is well needed,
Mm-hmm. Right.
but that
Mm-hmm.
stigma out there is holding us back from healing.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
It really is. It really is.
Hmm.
And and that's why, one of the things I love about volunteering for Black Men Heal, that's part of my give back. And, being one of the therapists with them is just like
Mm.
I find it, rewarding watching, young Black men being able to heal from past traumas and other
Oof.
situations that they
I
might have
got
been
some people I need to
experiencing,
give your number
you
to.
know. I can give you what I can do is I'll DM you the you know what I'll send you over the what I'll do is I'll send you the thing because they're on IG. They're actually on IG. They
Okay.
have a site a page on IG and the page is called Black Men Heal. That's one
Hmm.
organization and another organization is Men to Heal is
Mm.
another one that's on
Yes.
IG. They
Please
have
share that with
platforms.
me.
They actually have platforms outside of IG, But just in case you wanted to check out their pages, I know they went live at 6 o'clock at 6 o'clock too this evening or whatever, talking
Mm.
about things because they actually have a lot of support groups and they host a number of things throughout the year, so I highly recommend checking them out, for any black male
And
or that someone, just definitely go over and check them out.
Yeah.
if I
Get
could
that
just
therapy.
throw this other thing in, right? And then the thing that's
Mhm.
so amazing about having these services is when you
Mhm.
interact with like these
Mhm.
different people that need this help,
Mhm.
you are able
Mhm.
to give them this and see if they actually do the work.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
And now you're
Yeah.
able to
Yep.
protect yourself throughout your life because of more of these
Mhm.
resources becoming available.
Mhm. Yep.
Literally, recently or a while back ago, I would say maybe a year ago or so, I had an ex
Mhm.
that was friends with this young man who was a massage therapist, but he was
Mhm.
using his massage therapist to be a predator.
Mm.
And then once we found
My
out,
lord.
we stopped recommending him different things of that nature. We
Mhm.
told him like, listen, we can't be
Mhm.
attached with whatever you're doing, but here's some resources and this is how you can get help.
Right.
Luckily
Mhm.
enough, he sobbed, he cried about it, and he said that he would get the help or whatever the case is. But I don't know if he actually done it or not because again, like I
Mhm.
I can't have that around me.
Right. And the
Yeah.
thing
Um,
is, continue to protect your peace. Your
yes,
peace is all you have. You know what I mean?
yes,
And it's like the more we, allow people to dump, their information on us, it becomes a problem. So definitely continue to protect your peace.
yes.
Don't allow that energy in your circle, in your space.
But another thing too, now this is something I say all the time, and I want to know what y'all think about this. I honestly
Hmm.
think that men hate themselves. But I also feel like
No.
I feel like a lot of people hate themselves in a way because it's like when you think about it, men are sometimes the most hated too because it's like I feel scared around a man, or a man might make an
Hmm.
inappropriate pass, or I'm walking down a dark road and there's only me and a man.
Hmm.
You feel me? Like in that thought, think in
Yeah.
that retrospect. So now, as
Okay.
you
Mhm.
thinking in that retrospect, right? How do they
Hmm.
feel about themselves? They feel like, oh, well, I'm a man, so this is what I do. And it's always negative characteristic traits. Never is it a
Mm.
good thing. You feel me? Like, they'll be like, oh, my dad was a man's man, a bear slinging, womanizing, such and such and
Hmm.
such.
Yeah. But a
And
lot of that comes
now,
from societal pressures
yeah,
Yeah.
societal
that have
references.
societal representation and societal pressures that have been placed upon, a lot of black men, to
Yes.
have those negative, feelings and stuff. And that's where it comes from,
Yes.
and then the fear that we get and then the fear that we as women have is based off of societal issues because they tell us to be afraid. Oh, you got to be afraid. And it's just like, and like I look at, like, you in Jersey, right, Stones, you see
Yeah.
what's going on around you up there. You hear what's happening in Philly. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
to the point where people are afraid to come out the damn house. You know
I
what I mean?
saw it,
Because
and
of all
I
of the
have to say
drama.
that was like that was really sad. That was really sad to see. I was like,
Mhm.
there's a lot of like, wow, I'd never seen nothing
Mhm.
like that. Like, I have,
Yep.
but not like that. Like, not in that
Yes.
widespread mass of it.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Yep. Well, let me tell you too. I got my guests is actually in the room now. So this was an
Okay.
awesome conversation. I love the both of you for coming through and
Thank you for
chatting with
having us.
me, chatting with
Thank
me.
you.
Stone, I definitely want to have you back on so we can have conversations because this was good.
Yeah.
Hey, nice.
Good,
Thank you
good,
so
good, good,
much.
good. And I'm definitely going to send you the information when I'm done so that
Oh,
you can
thank
check
you.
out
Yes,
those two
please.
organizations and everything. And when I'll send them the links over to your DM, and this way you can follow them and check them out for things that they have going on.
All right.
All right,
Thank you.
Tyra. Well, have a good show, honey. Thanks for having us
All
on.
right,
All
all
right.
right,
Bye.
Miss Arnita, I'm coming. All right, take care, you two. All right, Miss Arnita, I'm coming for you, coming for you, coming for you. Well, I think this was a good segue for my guest that's coming through, Arnita Deshields. Oh my goodness, she has a awesome, awesome, awesome background. Um, she's in radio. She has She's a minister. She has a lot of good stuff going on.
Oh, looks like I have it the wrong way.
You
Let me
got it the
see
wrong way. There you go.
here.
Hey,
There we go.
Arnita. How are you, Queen?
I am great.
That
I am
is
great. No
good.
complaints here.
I know that's right. How is everything going? Well, welcome to Tyras Just Saying. So,
Glad to be here. I wasn't
yes,
sure if I'm supposed to be on my laptop or on my phone, but anyhow, I
yeah,
got my little stand here.
yeah. It's well, with Instagram, either phone or a tablet, because they just
Oh,
Instagram is just a mess. We can't go live from our tablets and from our computers and stuff, so we just have to kick it from here. So
hmm
I wanted to bring you on because I wanted to share the world with you. Okay, a lot of my followers and a lot of my viewers are all over. Hey, Deb, the counselor, how are you? They scattered all over this United States and other countries, and I just wanted them to know who you are. Tell everybody who you are, Arnita.
Well, I am Arnita Deshields and born and raised in Philadelphia. Grew up in North Philadelphia to be exact. Started my education there. I went
Hmm.
to a little Head Start center right off of Diamond Street, and then I
Hmm.
went on to go to James G. Blaine School
Hmm.
right off of Burke Street,
Hmm.
and then went on to Most Precious Blood. Transferred there in the fourth grade because my mom used to work in the kitchen,
Hmm.
and after that, I went to John W. Hallahan, graduated from there, high school, studied business, and then I went on to Villanova University. Hats
Okay.
off to Nova, made it to
Oh,
the Final Four
yes, they did.
again. And then I graduated from the University of Penn with my master's in social work in '99.
All
I've
right.
already done social work in many aspects. I'm all about the community, doing
Mhm.
outreach and advocacy, and
Mhm.
I'm really big right now on peace because that's what's needed in the world, and that's what I'm
Tell me
advocating
about it.
for. Peace of mind,
Mhm.
peace in the body, peace in the community, peace wherever we are in the world,
I know
and
that's right.
especially in Philly where I was born and raised. So
Let me
I have one
too.
son,
Mhm.
Joseph. He is in college at
Mhm.
Union in
Okay.
Schenectady, New York,
Oh
and
wow.
yeah, studying electrical engineering. And
Mhm.
I have a father that's deceased. My mom lives in Atlanta, Georgia, which is where I've been trying to get to for 2 days, but the flight kept being canceled
Are
because of the
you
weather.
serious? And it's so funny because I was watching somebody on Instagram that was if they in Miami celebrating and they trying to get back to Philly and can't get home.
And
And they've been
see,
stuck in Miami for 2 days.
absolutely. So I said, you know what, God, it's a reason for that because
Mhm.
we had that big event on Friday
Mhm.
for peace, the Pray for
Okay.
Peace Summit. And I'm
Right.
just like, maybe you just trying to keep a sister safe and not deal with a lot of drama because
Mhm.
I'm all about protecting my peace in this season that I'm in.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
so I came on home. I didn't let it frazzle me. I was
Mhm.
about to, and then the
You had went
sister
to the
behind.
airport and everything?
I went to park my car at the Marriott, so I
Okay.
paid for 5 days.
Oh my gosh.
So I got everything back and I got
Okay.
credit and I rebooked my trip
Mhm.
um, to Easter weekend, which might be
Okay.
a little bit better because
Okay.
I'm home now and I can really, really focus on finalizing this event on Friday. So I said, God allowed it to happen. He's going to get the glory. I miss my mom. I have an older sister there. My mom is 95.
Oh, bless
Like I
her
said,
heart.
yeah,
Oh.
my dad is deceased. And she's like, you don't need to come here. It's too cold. I'm like, that never stopped me, Mom. But she never
Mhm.
knew the date and time because she's going through some changes.
Yes.
And I didn't want to worry. So, but God is faithful. So I
Mhm.
came home, did some self-care,
Mhm.
relaxed, took a
Mhm.
walk.
Mhm.
So it is what it is. You got to just kind of make sure you just stay focused and
Yes.
go relax, reset, and keep moving forward.
I know that's right. Look, I think I was like, it was so funny when I was talking about I was having the last conversation, right while I was waiting for you to come in with the other two individuals. Protecting your peace was something that like came up numerous times,
Mm-hmm.
because of people
Mm-hmm.
thinking that they can have access to you all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, the bottom line is what I've been finding, recently, some people don't take into consideration that you have things going on, right? in your own life,
Mm-hmm.
and that you're supposed to be accessible for everyone. And, the number one goal that we all need to do is being able to protect our peace and being able to, do what we need to do to maintain our own sanity. I'm a therapist, you're a therapist, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
yes.
it's just like at this point, it's like, you know, practicing PYP, as I call it, protecting your peace is 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 needed more now than ever.
It really is. It's so many things that's going on in the world. I even fasted from TV, which is a miracle in itself, because
Mhm.
I call myself relaxing. When I relax, it's TV time.
Mhm.
Normally get, food in front of my face
Mhm.
and then the TV on. So I gave TV up for a week and I came back on TV. I'm just like, woo, TV can be really toxic and it can
Yes.
disturb your peace. You don't realize the impact that what you visually see and
Mhm.
what you hear can
Mhm.
impact how you think and how you move and how
Mhm.
you feel.
Mhm.
So although I'm a believer and I walk by faith and not by sight, we're in the world, but we're not of the world.
Right.
That means we have to be educated on what's going on.
Mhm.
So the reason why I had this Pray for Peace Summit coming up on Friday
Mhm.
is because of that reason. It's so much violence going on everywhere. So I woke up in a good mood. And then on the news, I saw San Francisco. I believe it's San Francisco, California, or Sacramento, California, one of those cities, where they had a mass shooting. And look,
Really?
six people died. Now,
Oh
granted, I
my
was waking up,
God.
praise God, hallelujah, it's Sunday, and I'm
Yeah.
grateful, and I'm still grateful. But the reality is, it's everywhere, every day,
Yeah. Oh my
and no city,
gosh.
no state, no country is exempt.
Mhm.
So I never did talk about my background, but anybody want to know about me, just know that I love God and I love helping people. I love being an advocate for making sure things are right in the community,
Mhm.
and in any way that I can be a
Yes.
blessing.
I mean, you
So,
are a blessing. I think about our
amen.
conversations. I think about, projects and stuff that you and I are working on. And I mean, you are truly, truly God sent. You know what I mean? Truly a blessing to so many, and hopefully you're getting, people are telling you, how much of a blessing that you are and rewarding you the same way you're rewarding other people, because
Yes.
you have given so much to so many,
Hmm.
and I know I look, let me tell y'all about Miss Arnita. She got some stuff going on now. Okay, so Miss Arnita, look, she done dropped some music. Okay, she done dropped some music. Okay, see, y'all, look, folks be sleeping. They be sleeping on things that people be doing. Not only is she helping the community, but she's also, tell us about your song. What led you to create this?
Listen, I am like, I have to laugh because it reminds me of Sarah in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that old, but I've been writing for a long time. And I used to
Mm-hmm.
write songs and I would share them with different people.
Mm-hmm.
And I would put them to the side. I can't even tell you where the songs are right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm thinking I'm just going to do, poetic singing, add some music to it.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I did release my first piece called Lord, We Need More Peace, PACE.
Mm-hmm.
And in January, I prayed and asked the Lord to show me what He wanted me to do,
Mm-hmm.
right? And a lot of times I support
Mm-hmm.
anybody. I show up at
Mm-hmm.
their events. I'm
Mm-hmm.
praying for them, and I'm involved. I'm volunteering in the church, out of the church, with
Mm-hmm.
different organizations, people I don't even know. But the Lord was like, I
Mm-hmm.
have things that I need you to do
Mm-hmm.
that you started and you didn't finish. But
Mm-hmm.
He told me to release my music to the world. And I recorded my first piece in December 2020.
Okay.
One of
Awesome.
Yeah, so what I'm saying to you is that it's like I've been doing it behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
I started singing in the choir, gosh, many years ago when I first, got saved,
Mm-hmm.
which was in a jam session, Jesus and Me. I got saved outside the classroom door with Brenda,
Mm-hmm.
my spiritual mother, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, I sang on the choir there at
Mm-hmm.
Prince of Peace Baptist Church.
Okay.
And, that's not I never considered it my area of expertise, but, the Lord will anoint you for what He appoints you to do.
That's
And
right.
so I've been singing and singing. And just yesterday, the Lord dropped a song on me called I decided to entitle it Everybody Praise God. And
Okay.
literally, as I was driving to meet
Mm-hmm.
somebody I'm working with who's
Mm-hmm.
creating T-shirts and does pictures and
Mm-hmm.
partnering with them in videos, he made this T-shirt, Lord, we need more peace,
I know
which
that's
is,
right.
yeah, and it pictures all the stuff that's going on around us.
Oh
Um,
wow.
the Lord dropped the song in my spirit. So I'm excited. It's
Mm-hmm.
not something that I'm just doing, I'm just releasing it to the world right now.
Okay.
And the first album is called My Hope and Healing album,
Mm-hmm.
My Hope and Healing Movement album, because it's a movement of hope and
Mm-hmm.
healing. As a therapist background and social work, a lot of people have lost hope in this time. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people want to give up. They they
Mm-hmm.
they they're in need of a healing, you
Yeah.
know. Been through my process and change, especially during this pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I believe my music is music of hope and healing. So that's why I entitled it Hope and Healing Movement. And I've done work during the pandemic called Hope and Healing greeting cards, where I gave
Oh
out
my
cards.
goodness.
Mhm.
Wow.
I
Mm-hmm.
had cards coming from all throughout the United States. And
Mm-hmm.
it started with teaching the kids in the classroom. I was a guest teacher at a long-term position in West Philly. The kids was like, we want to help you, Mr. Shields. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, how can I get these kids to help me? Because it was a National Day of Mourning that I was putting together in
Right.
memory of those who passed away from COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, I decided that they can help make cards.
Mm-hmm.
That's something
Mm-hmm.
they can do. I can pick up the cards. They can email them to me, however they wanted to get it to me. We
Mm-hmm.
made it happen.
Okay.
And so then other schools joined in, but it was called the Hope and Healing Greeting Card Project. So we would give these
Wow.
cards out to the people at various hospitals and give the chaplains and whoever the
Mm-hmm.
essential workers are gifts. So I decided to name the project, the album, Hope and Healing Movement album, because people were really grateful for the cards and
Mm-hmm.
they came throughout the whole world. And so,
Wow.
yeah,
That's
the movement
awesome.
continues.
I know
Now
that's
it's in
right. The
song.
movement I know that's right.
And
I
now, and added to the t-shirts, the collection, my
mm-hmm.
go-to prayer collection, which is one of my businesses.
Yeah.
Um, but switching up and being more specific, and that's one of the t-shirts that we'll be selling for people to spread the message. Put the guns down,
Yes. Definitely
open up
put the
your
guns down.
hearts,
Mm-hmm.
share love and kindness,
Yes. Yeah.
shut down all that evil and hate and jealousy,
Mm-hmm.
and calm yourself down. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a place of maturity and growth that people got to get to, Tyra. And
Mm-hmm.
I have not by any means arrived. A lot of times, I still got to check myself because I can go to A to Z in a minute. But is it really worth it? Is it really worth it to put the energy out there?
Mm-hmm.
Get sick, get stressed?
Mm-hmm.
I
Let
don't
me
think so.
exactly. You know what, Arnita, I say the same thing because at the end of the day, it's like, I'm a therapist that specializes in anger management. That's why I call myself the anger doctor, right?
Oh,
And
wow.
and
Awesome.
with specializing in anger, it's like constantly talking to people about being able to maintain control of their anger. And and basically just telling people, are you, is the situation really worth it? That's what we need to ask ourselves because some situations we don't need to be part of, and sometimes people throw themselves into people's drama and get themselves all riled up for no reason. It's like, well, why did you go? Some parties you don't need to go to, so we really have to, and I'm like you, I can go from A to Z, real fast. But I've been learning, I learned, look, from my own stuff, y'all, to maintain control of my own anger, and maintain control of things and just sit back and just be as peaceful as possible because at the end of the day, it's not worth it.
No, it's not. And you're right. And I just love what you're doing. And congratulations on being a trailblazer, a go-to prayer trailblazer for peace,
Oh,
and your work, all that you're doing
thank
um,
you.
to help people have peace of mind. Because
Hmm.
if the mind is not right,
Hello.
then everything else follows. So you got to
Mm-hmm.
get the mind right. And that's really where I'm at, and that's where I try to encourage people to be at. So you got to watch your environment. You
Yes.
have to watch how much you do. I
Mm-hmm.
decided that on Sundays I won't be in meetings on a
Okay.
Sunday, just one for a prayer group. So, you got to manage your time so you can have time to sit down, be still, and
Mm-hmm.
relax, to clear your mind,
Mm-hmm.
take a walk, do
Let me
something.
you're right. And it's so funny because a friend of mine, my friend, uh, always trying to get me to go places with her, and so she said, "Come on, T, come and go with me to New York." And I was like, you know what, all right. So we planned this trip to New York. We planned it last week, and so first I was like going to back out as usual, and like, nah, I ain't gonna go. But today I was like,
Mhm.
but yesterday, last night she called. She said, "You going or what?" And I said, "Well, yeah." I said, "I got the tickets. Like I did everything because they know me. I'll buy the tickets and everything and be like, all right, I ain't going. Call so and so, tell them to go." But I was just like, I said, no, I said, I'm going. I said, I'm gonna get up early and I'm gonna be ready to go. And it was like so funny because I was on phone actually with somebody else who's an awesome prayer warrior. And I was on the phone with her at 1 o'clock this morning because she called me for something else. And so I'm on the phone with her till like 1 o'clock this morning laughing. I'm like, yo, I gotta get off the phone. I gotta get up because I gotta go to this in a couple hours. And it was so funny, but that trip, it was just like granted, we only an hour and a half from New York, y'all. And
Yeah,
we took the bus up there and it was just like that ride was so peaceful that it helped me put things into perspective when it come to a lot of things because I was like yesterday I was like in my feelings about a couple of things because I was just like I was number one I said I haven't really had any time to myself at all
hmm
because I've been
hmm
constantly working and things going on with all these different projects and stuff that I'm working on. So I'm just like So today, so it was like getting up super early and getting to 30th Street and then going, and doing that. And it was just like everywhere we went when we got up there. Now, Lena, mind you, I haven't walked New York streets since COVID. like
Yes, yes.
like normally when we go up we would jump on Amtrak and just everything is right there when you get off, right?
hmm
Girl, we took the mega bus.
Oh wow.
so
Oh wow.
so
Yes. I
that's
remember the
walking.
megabus. Yes, the megabus is still running, I see.
Girl. And so we took the mega bus and had to walk and so then she gonna turn around and look at me how about so you coming or what? I said, girl, I'm coming. You ain't got the rush. But it was just like that walking. And she was like laughing at me because she was just like, you moving too slow. But I said, no, my thing is, I said, I just feel like I don't want to rush nowhere. I'm like, we getting there
Absolutely.
at the same time. And hey, Nick McBride, we getting there, but I'm just, and we still got there early enough. I mean,
There you go.
and I'm just like, we got there early enough, and we actually came home an hour early. And so I was
Wow.
just like, I said, so I mean, it is what it is. It's like, but when I was like up there, just that, short amount of time, I was able to sit down, think, and process a lot of things, And so when we was on our way
Good.
home, I was telling her, I was like, I said, I really needed this. And she was
Yes.
like, why? And so, she's like, why? You know? And all I could do is start laughing. I said, what you mean, why? Like, her week has not been the best, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But she's been, handling. So me and her sitting there, we talking, and so I was telling her, and so then she was just like, okay. But it was just like, usually it's like, I love her to pieces, because when I do tell her stuff, she's my
Uh-huh.
go-to. She's my sister friend that I could go to that be like, she shut everything and everybody down. And she's like, all right, this is what you're going to do. Boom, 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 boom. And
And you
and
need
so
that. You need
yeah,
somebody to get you to get up and get out and
yes,
just
and
relax and
she
have fun and enjoy yourself.
yes, and she dropped all these gems on me on the way home. And I was just like, well, why we ain't talk on the way up? I might have been moving faster. But it was just like, but it helped me put a lot of things in perspective. I don't know if it was that cold New York air because it was cold and raining. And I didn't
Yes.
have an umbrella up, but I had a baseball cap on that's soaking wet. But it was just like,
Okay.
it was just like, but it was a peaceful type of
Yeah, it was refreshing. It
time.
sounds like you needed it. And I know you
Hmm.
go hard, you work very hard and diligently, and sometimes you have to get away. You have
Yeah.
to you have to do something that you never did before. and
Yeah. And even if
being
it,
out and about with
mm,
a good friend talking and
yeah.
laughing and not rushing, like you said,
Yeah, I'm like, I ain't ready.
that also helps.
Yeah, it's just like, it's just basically just finding that time, so that you can have peace of mind.
Yes,
Oh
yes.
my goodness.
Lord
So
said
would you
that
like to
it is good.
tell everybody
Go ahead.
about your radio show?
Oh, sure. You are on it. You have a commercial about your business,
Mm-hmm.
but the radio mission is, well, the name of the radio station is Go To Prayer Radio. And our mission is to share Christ and to be the answer.
Mm-hmm.
So we share Christ, who is the answer, but we also are the answer. A lot of times we're witnessing and we're trying to let people know who the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is,
Mm-hmm.
but we have to provide them with resources. So
Right.
if you listen to the station, you'll hear hotlines on there for domestic violence, for mental health,
Mm-hmm.
for suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's new. It's a
Mm-hmm.
new live radio station. We are up, but I haven't really promoted it too much. It's a new thing for me, although I've been in radio for many years. I took a little break as I
Mm-hmm.
was transitioning.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I was going to be on a radio station, and the Lord gave me this opportunity to have mine. So if you
Mm-hmm.
tune into Live 365, it's
Mm-hmm.
called Go to Prayer Radio. We are on now. Tyra is one of the prayer warriors, and
Yes.
she's going to be giving you
And I
mental
know,
health tips
yes, and I'll be
coming up.
providing, yep. And I'm pretty sure half these folks on here probably like, Tyra?
Oh my God, no, I'm telling you, she did a beautiful prayer and her commercial. Now, I used to do commercials at the radio station, and first time, one and done. And I mean, it's a beautiful commercial about her business, and it's been running since we started. And if anybody wants to advertise on the radio station, you
Yes.
can do that. It's a 30-second commercial. It will rotate around the clock every day for
Yes.
$100. Of course, Tyra got a special because she's special. She came on
Oh.
at the beginning. She trusted a new beginning with me. Look,
Yes.
I don't take that lightly. But I see the vision of the station. She sees it. And like I said, it's music on there. So if you have an artist that you can send me the MP3. I do have a music director. And I have an assistant. They both had knee injuries. So, when you're trying to go forth, the devil might not attack you directly. He might attack people that was sent to help you.
Right.
They both, one hit the knee and another one had a surgery on the knee. And it's been I think her ankle or her knee. Nevertheless, they both had leg injuries.
Right.
But I do have a music director, Dawn Wilson, but you can send it to me. I just want to check in with her because she's still, last time I saw her, she was in a boot.
Oh,
And
wow.
yes, and my co-founder of Go To Prayer Ministries, Tanya, she actually still in recovery. She got a whole knee operation. So you all keep her
Okay.
in prayer.
Yes,
But at the end of the day, if
definitely.
you have an artist, you can send the artist MP3 song to me. I would love to play it. If you have any recommendations for the station, I'm always open. But basically, we'll be praying around the clock, different prayers for different situations. So if you want to be a prayer warrior, you can be a prayer warrior on the station. If you want to give an inspirational message in the Word of God for Sunday, you're welcome to do that as well. So there's advertising available for you. You want to intern, I'm always looking for volunteers and help. You can be a part of it that way. But, I'm grateful for the station and God blessing us with the opportunity to really provide hope and healing to people.
Yes, yes, and I love the idea of being able to spread the message out there, because everybody needs to know, that they have a safe space that they can come to, listen to the word of God, being able to get a prayer, and hopefully, potentially in the future, it would be some live commentary, where people
Oh,
can
yes, yes,
actually
yes.
yeah, get that type of help as well, so.
That, that's absolutely helpful too. Yes, to reason together, have
Hmm.
some conversations about certain topics. I'm open to that as well. If you all have any suggestions, I am getting a new website done. But I do have something for now that you can go to at arnitadeshields.com.
Hmm.
That's ARNITA, deshields.com. And you can subscribe. You can put in your prayer requests, and you can make any recommendations that you have. If you want to advertise, if you want to share your music or your art, maybe you do spoken word, maybe you do poetry, maybe you have a business that you want to promote. The radio station is worldwide. I mean, we
Oh,
have listeners all over the place.
yes.
So um, that's another blessing, you know. So if you want to reach the masses, this is a way you can do it. And all they have to do is hit the link, or they can download the app for Live 365 and go to Prayer Radio.
Yes. I know that's right. So Live 365 is an app also, right?
Yes, Live
Okay.
365, and then you can just select Go to Prayer Radio. But if you go to my website, you
Hmm.
can just go to my website and go under Go to Prayer,
Hmm.
and there's a link right there that you can hit. It takes you right to our radio station.
Oh,
And I say
awesome.
our because it's not about me. It's about me sharing this blessing with other people, and
Hmm.
the door's open. If you think you got a talent and a gift, or you have a ministry where you want to share it with people, or a show,
Hmm.
I'm willing to make sure that it goes on the air. You know, it just has to be about hope and healing. Of
Hmm.
course, there are fees,
Hmm.
except for Sunday if you're ministering the word of God. But everybody else, you know, I will work with you. But right now, it's $100 just to promote your commercial,
Hmm.
for your business or your organization or your ministry.
Hmm.
And trust me, that's a good deal
Yeah.
because I work in radio. You need $1,000 to start out.
Yeah.
1,100 compared to 1,000, it's a
Hmm.
miracle.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many years were you in radio, Arnita?
Oh my gosh. I think my first intern, WIGO 1340 AM in Atlanta,
Hmm.
Georgia. I was a sales assistant there. I also was an intern at Power 99 with Lorraine Ballamora.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's been, I think, what, 15 years? Might have been longer.
Okay.
And then, I actually stumbled across an opportunity, connected with a lady through a referral that gave up her TV program called Battle for Life. And
Hmm.
that's how I started in TV. So I do now
Okay.
have my own TV ministry. It's called Go to Prayer
Okay.
TV Ministry.
I
And it's
know that's
on
right.
ChristForRainTV.com. That's
Hmm.
also on my website. But I air every Thursday night at 8 p.m.
Hmm.
and just providing inspirational messages, interviews. You know, I
Hmm.
interviewed the Ukrainian Association of Philadelphia, the oldest
Oh,
one.
okay. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I did that. It's not just me. Like I said, it's about being an answer. And
Yes.
that was one of the organizations that was on my heart that the Lord led me to interview. I didn't know any Ukrainian people. He said, you need to interview Ukrainian people.
Right.
And when I thought about an association, and sure enough, they called me back. I connected with them, and they
Hmm.
got my first go to prayer Trailblazer Peace Award.
Oh, that was awesome. And they'll be getting
So
that on Friday night as well.
they actually got it in person at their organization in Philadelphia. I
Oh,
went
that's
there, interviewed
awesome.
them. You know, I didn't have the cameras, and I had my little laptop out, and they said,
Hmm.
"How long you been doing this?" To God be the glory. I had three men that I was interviewing, and the Lord
Hmm.
worked it out. You know, with a few little pieces of editing, we
Hmm.
just rotated the screen when it was time for the other person to come on. But they sat around me, and the Lord just really blessed. And that's how I came up with the go-to prayer Trailblazer piece. So you
Yeah.
never know, tell you to do something, what it
Hmm.
might lead to next. So now I'm going to be honoring several people at the Go To Prayer for Peace Summit, and everybody can join me. And if you want to recommend somebody or nominate somebody, they might not be able to get in this group, but maybe the next one, because
Yeah.
we'll be doing it on an annual basis. It's the
Oh,
first one, the
okay.
2022 Pray for Peace Summit.
Okay.
And
That's the one that's Friday night at
this
6:30.
Friday at 6:30 at the 20th Street
Hmm.
Baptist Church in South Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Tyra will be honored. She's going to be praying. We're going to have some prayers, and it's all evolving around peace. And the Lord gave me a little thing for peace, which is P, pray for peace. E,
Hmm.
elevate peace. A, activate peace. C, change for peace. E, Emmanuel is for peace. So we're going to have people speaking and praying, and a lot of different people getting honored with the go-to prayer Trailblazer for peace. Not that they're running down the street with a sign, stop the violence, but they're doing things in their profession, in their ministry,
Hmm.
in their organization to make sure that people are in a place of peace. And
Yes.
so it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And you
Right.
don't have to have a sign or a horn running down the street to make sure that you're advocating, helping people to maintain peace wherever they are. And Tyra is doing that and everything that she do every day in every way. So I'm really grateful for her and so many others that you might not even know about, but they're doing some great work,
Yeah.
meeting with people and
Mm-hmm.
working with kids. Natasha will be honored.
Yes.
Natasha Tyras with Broken Wings Literacy Center. I have the
Mm-hmm.
pastor, the acting pastor that does the homeless ministry every Wednesday at her church.
Okay.
And we're collecting items for the Ukrainian Association.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or for Ukrainian people,
Mm-hmm.
toiletries.
Oh,
And then
okay.
the love offering that's collected will go to the homeless ministry of that church.
Okay.
So, yes,
That's
I'm excited
awesome.
about that. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
staying busy,
awesome.
but
Yeah.
for the community. It's all about bringing everybody together
Mm-hmm.
for peace. And I'm hoping that us coming together will keep everybody inspired. And
Mm-hmm.
maybe somebody will get the message and think before they act in a way that
Yes.
will start violence or starts, will cause someone to die,
Yeah.
or
Yep.
we can go back and talk to somebody like you're
Mm-hmm.
doing, you
Yes.
know.
Yep. But thank you so much for the honor. I was so touched when I got the call, and I'm just like, you sure? I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, thank you. I definitely happily accept. I'm like, I haven't been honored in anything for a long time. So I'm like, touch me. So I'm just like really, really, excited about being a part of it, Friday evening. So
Amen.
excited, and I mean, you do so many awesome things, and I just, we want to hope I pray that you are being, people are humble and, appreciative for all of the things that you're doing for them, because you've opened up your heart, and your arms to help everyone, and I just, pray that everybody receives it the way that it's given, out of love and out of, love and harmony.
Amen. And God has really put me in a great place where I'm reminded,
Hmm.
it's great to be honored, but I'm reminded of why I'm doing it. I'm
Hmm.
doing it because I want him to get the glory. I want
Hmm.
him to get the glory out of my life, out of other people's lives.
Hmm.
And you reap what you sow, So at the
Hmm.
end of the day, um, if there's negativity that comes my way, I've learned real quick to shut it down.
Hmm.
I'm learning real quick to shut it down
Right.
and to keep moving. Stay focused on the cause and the mission. And I'm on a mission for God. And
Hmm.
I'm grateful that He's given me the strength to do it. And I'm enjoying it.
Hmm.
I'm loving what I'm doing. Like the Lord has put me in a place where I can honestly say that I'm loving what I'm doing.
Hmm.
Financially, I can be in a better place, but that will come. But to
Hmm.
be at a place that I'm loving what I'm doing is a blessing.
Hmm.
I think ultimately I'm on a path now where God has really ordained me to really flow in my
Hmm.
gifts and talents like never before.
Right.
And they all are about helping and being a blessing to people,
Hmm.
but they are different streams of income for me.
Right.
I'm going to have more books that come out. I
Hmm.
have my collection line. I've been blessed to go into a store. The store has 12 locations.
Oh,
Um, yes.
congratulations.
Amen. Yes, to God be the glory. So there's a lot of things that God shows up and shows out and let me know that
Hmm.
I don't have to worry about my needs. They're going to be met. When you
Hmm.
keep him first, Lord have
Yep.
mercy. When you keep God first, he'll add everything else unto you,
That's
right?
right.
And he'll give you not only a joy, um, because the joy of the Lord is your strength, but he'll give you that peace that you need to pass all understanding.
Hmm.
So you don't get frustrated, you don't worry, you don't have to rush. Everything will be done at the appointed time, and he will
Yep.
use what's in your hand. I don't have a great team right now. I don't have this large team that's helping
Hmm.
me, but the few that I have is not toxic.
Hmm.
We flow well together. They don't, hassle me for things that they need.
Hmm.
So it's not about the numbers. It's
Right.
about the quality, not the
Hmm.
quantity right now.
Hmm.
And Scripture says that all things work together for the good of those that love the Lord.
Hmm.
That's called according to His purpose. So
Right.
I'm reminded of His word, and that's where I get my strength from.
Right.
But this journey right now has been a joyous one. I don't necessarily like advocating in the violence, but that's what my assignment is. And if it's going to
Right.
bring about peace, then that gives me joy. If somebody's reminded to love someone a little bit more, and if my songs touch one person, right now they're going worldwide.
I
I
know
actually
that's
made
right.
a chart, Tyra. Come on, you know that ain't nobody but God. That's why I laugh. I'm not this well-known artist. I'm just somebody that says yes. And I encourage anybody out there that got a gift or a talent or a purpose. God is just looking for a yes. And
Yeah,
when you say yes, he will do the rest. He will
that's
add
right.
all things unto you. That's it. It's really, he's looking for obedience. Obedience is better than sacrifice.
Yep.
And I'm hoping somebody out there that hears this today,
Yeah.
whatever God is giving you to do it. He will make the pathway clear for you to flow in it, and he will give you what you need to get it accomplished. But when I found out I made a chart, I was number 27. I think my Lord, We Need More Peace was out for 2 weeks. And last Sunday, I got an email saying I was in the top 27. And it showed me all around the
Praise
world where
God.
people are listening and sharing, Lord, we need more peace. And I'm like, thank you, Lord. Nobody but him. But
That's
obedience.
awesome. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you all can get it. Any of my music, I got now three releases up, 3 new releases up. You can go to all the digital outlets. They're loading up slowly but surely. It's definitely on Amazon, where I spend money at now. You know, somebody can go do a blessing to me. But you know, for me, I really, you know, not even concerned about it, to be honest. I just really was mainly trying to release it to the world. And for the Lord to let me know with that honor of being on the chart in 2 weeks, you know,
That's
that in itself
awesome.
was letting me know that he's getting it done.
Yep. You doing the work, and
Yeah, and
God
you don't need
sees
no
it.
promoter, no publicist. When God is in it,
He's the promoter. He's the
what?
promoter. He's the promoter.
What? I already know people pay thousands of dollars just to spread the word about themselves. That's it.
Oh
Come
yeah.
on.
Oh yeah. A lot of thousands.
Pay for articles, all that, commercials. I put my little video together, and I did play the music director, but the Lord, look, I got to still with that. And my first recordings was done for free because the person that was there who was paying wasn't ready. And the guy opened the door and said, the guy was like, "Are you ready?" Now that studio's now closed down,
Right.
but I got 4 recordings done that night, December of 2020.
And you know why? Because you was ready. And I tell people, and my whole platform is about staying ready, because you just never
Wow.
ever know, you know, what's going to come to you. You know what I mean?
That's
You
true.
have to stay ready. And it's so funny because somebody had said to me about a year ago, they was like, "How did somebody come on? Every time somebody bring you on live, before I was doing my own lives too." But somebody would say, "Tyra, we gonna request you in," and I would always have my hair done and my lipstick on. And they was like, and no matter what time of night, Arnita, it would be 2 o'clock in the morning, and I would be right and ready. And somebody said to me, she
I
says,
love it.
"Why is it that you always done up? Like, how come we never see you in a bonnet and we never see you without your makeup? What do you do?" I said, "First of all, my lipstick don't come off, right? That's number one, because I wear matte, right? So I have to use a scrub to get it off. It stays on 24 hours, right? So,
I
which I
love
ended
it.
up
I
coming
love
out with
it.
I came out with my own brand, bam, art. So I said, number two, I was always told to stay ready. You got to stay ready. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, we put out all these asks, right? We put out all these asks about what we want, you know. Why not be ready when it comes through?
Absolutely.
You ask for it, so why not be ready? You know, and the thing is, a lot of people put out ask and they're not ready at all.
Yes.
And that's a
Yes.
problem.
And you're right. You have to be ready. I literally pulled out my phone, found some of the work poems that I wrote, and he had the music, and it really just flowed just like that. 1, 2. I literally. And he said, "I hate when folks don't come and they're not ready. That just really bothers me."
Mhm.
That's what. And he's so talented.
Mm-hmm.
And, I was like, Lord, I thank you. Folks, they see what you're doing and they wonder
Mm-hmm.
how it all came about.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, that's how I got that opportunity to do my first recordings.
Okay.
The young lady that was a rap artist was sitting there trying to figure out what to do and how to do it. And
Mm.
I was there getting a tour of the studio. And, the word was out that they was going to bless me to do some recording time, but I didn't know that wasn't a plan that day to do it
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't have an appointment.
It
But
wasn't
I
in your
was
plan. It wasn't in
right,
your plan, but it was in
right.
God's plan already. God had it in the plan. The setup was there.
That's it.
Little young chickadee wasn't ready.
That's it. And then, when I do my events for the seniors, and
Mm-hmm.
I did one for the Clergy Coffee Appreciation Hour, they was like, "You got a CD?" So I would share my music with them. I had a little
Yeah.
speaker I was blessed with. We connected and we play it. The seniors love it. I get compliments and words of encouragement from people that have other businesses that are there when I have my musical Motown hours or musical dessert hours for different places that I go to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, well, I probably should be doing something with this. But when I prayed about what God wanted me to do in January, that's when the Lord was like, listen, you need to release it.
Mm-hmm.
You've just been holding on to it, going to your little
Mm-hmm.
secret places.
Mm-hmm.
But to God be the glory. And I think that's where he got me at right now. I think
Mm-hmm.
I have to release whatever is in me. And I encourage somebody else to do it because that gives you a peace too,
Yes.
doing what God wants you to do. And like
Mm-hmm.
we said, be ready with the listicle. I don't have my listicle on today, but I'm so natural.
But you
I'm
ready? But you
Yeah,
naturally
look,
ready. Look,
I was
you
ready and I
naturally
wasn't
ready.
on time, okay? So I was just,
You
I'm like,
was
forget the lipstick. I got a clean face. I washed my face since I did walk. Um,
you naturally
but I
ready.
was
You are ready.
absolutely, absolutely. At some point,
Mm-hmm.
you got to focus on not so much of what's on your face,
Mm-hmm.
but what's in your heart.
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
And I'm neat, I'm clean, as my mother
Mm-hmm.
would say. She's old
Mm-hmm.
school. But at the end of the day, yes. Next time you all catch me, I might have a little bit of makeup on, some lipstick and some blush.
Yes,
But
but you look beautiful this evening. You look
oh,
beautiful.
thank
So don't
you.
think you look beautiful. Look, I told you this been on since 6 o'clock this morning.
You are
So
hanging in there. Yes,
so it's hanging in
made it
there.
back
It's
and
hanging in.
got your show
Look, it's
on. I
hanging
love
there.
it.
It's hanging in there. Hanging in there. This was awesome, Arnita. I am so happy to have you on.
Yes, this has
This
been
was
amazing. I
this.
enjoyed it. You are making
Yes.
it work with what you have in your hands, all this technology. I'm like, I don't know what to do, but I said, well, there she is. Maybe I should just hit that. And it
Yeah.
worked.
Look. This is where I've been hosting all my interviews for the past 2 years on
That's
Instagram. And
awesome.
so it's just like, so I bring people in just like I brought you in, and we talk about their business, talk about things that's going on, talking about current events and things. And just, my thing is, this is one of my give backs. I want you to be able to promote everything that you have going on, any offers, opportunities, and everything, which, I encourage people to do. Some people come on here and they don't, they read the comments instead of, I'm like, okay, talk about what you're doing. Let's stop not focus on what's going on in the comments,
Oh my
but
goodness. Well, listen, I got a book, Watch God Move. I've got
I
more
know
books
I was
coming
going to
out.
ask you about that. So is that out already or is it coming out? Is it
It,
released?
that's been out. That has been out. The goal is to make it to a movie. That's the
Oh,
goal.
okay. All right.
Yeah. But I have more books in me. It was prophesied to me years ago that I would be writing books and
Okay.
known around the world. So
Mm-hmm.
that's come to pass.
Yes.
Um, I have books in me that I want to get out, lots of them.
Mm-hmm.
And, so but right now, that's the one book I have out, Watch God Move.
Mm-hmm.
I also do COVID testing. I'm really big. I've been very much involved with the pandemic,
Okay.
National Day of Mourning. Stay tuned for that. It was live last year on my Facebook page and on
Mm-hmm.
Go To Prayer page, but
Okay.
it will be on TV. I want
Okay.
to make sure, right? So we
Yes.
got a sponsor for that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at my site, even though I'm getting a new site built, you'll be
Mm-hmm.
able to see all the things that's happening at
Okay.
some point, or you can just reach out to me or look on my page. Connect with me on my page.
Mm-hmm.
I have, I told you about the book. I told you about the music. And
Yep.
I'm going to be singing some of those songs.
I know
It's
you
not just going to
are.
be, oh my goodness, the Lord is now giving me courage. I'm like, okay, I can do this. It's one thing if you never sang,
Mm-hmm.
you know, of
Right.
course I want to sing to the glory of God, but at the end of the day, I'm not doing something that's going to have to scream and well, lift so high that everybody in the world will hear me.
Right.
You know, but whatever I got, if the Lord is telling me to do it, I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's right.
lots of music coming your way. That's going to continue.
Mm-hmm.
And you want the t-shirts?
Yeah.
Lord, we need more peace. Go to prayer t-shirts. We have a pray in person, kneel down with
Mm-hmm.
First Thessalonians on there. Pray without ceasing. We got the cups. We got the hats. So
Girl,
I
you got
want
a
to.
whole line.
Yeah, I got a whole line and growing, and now I found somebody with me, somebody that I know that I can partner with to print
Mm-hmm.
and support me in that way. I'm excited. I met them over the weekend, and that was a blessing.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I actually picked up this shirt. This is one of them, and they
Mm-hmm.
even gave me a new shirt for Watch God Move. I don't have that one on here, but it's eyes, and
Mm-hmm.
then at the end, underneath it says God Move, but it's
Wow.
eyes, not the word watch.
Okay.
And yeah, so everything is available on my website. If it's not, you can always call me
Yes.
and definitely reach out if you have any prayer requests. And any way I can help you and collaborate, I'm here for it. Partnerships, working together with others, that's what we do.
Mhm. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Arnita, thank you so much for being a guest this evening.
Tyra, you are amazing. Thank you.
So
I
are
enjoy.
you. And when I end my life, I always end our interview with a positive affirmation. And the positive affirmation for you is I am focused. You are focused on everything that God has bestowed upon you. You are doing amazing things and you will continue to do big things. You know,
Amen.
um, it's like when you look at you were supposed to actually be in Atlanta right now, right? And you look at it as a setback, but actually it was a set up to set you up for bigger and better things and to know that right now you have to do what you have to do to prepare for Friday,
Amen.
and where if you would have been on that flight to Atlanta, you would have
It would have
been
been all about
rushed.
mommy.
Right, it would have been all about your mom and you would have been rushed to get back. You know
That's
what I
true.
mean? And the thing
And might not
is,
even have made it back. Oh my
right. And so
goodness.
so it's like when you think about this, think about everything that's going on is a blessing and a curse, right? The curse is
Yes.
that you couldn't go, but the blessing is that you're in a safe environment and not stuck at some airport trying to figure it all out. And so when you look at that, it's like I have an event coming on Friday. You just got saved from stress, you got saved from worry. You got saved from trying to rely on people who may or may not be competent enough to handle what you need to get done. Should you be stuck in Atlanta? So
Oh
when you
my
look at
gosh,
it's like
you ain't never lied. I was like,
when
Lord,
you
I think you just want me to stay put.
yep,
Because
when you look
I was a determined sister.
mm,
Look, yesterday didn't work. I said, no, the next day I want to get on there as soon as possible.
mm-hmm,
This
yep,
time I left. You're right. Sometimes we just gotta say, okay, Lord, I surrender.
yep,
Obviously.
handle it. You got it. I'm a step back. You got it. But with that being said, when you go for Easter, you're able to stay as long as you want
Absolutely.
because you got your event done and over with, and you don't have to worry about rushing back.
Amen. Amen.
So
See, focus.
yes, so yep, you are focused. So I am focused is the affirmation of the week, everybody. But thank
Yeah.
you so much, Arnita, for coming on and blessing us with your presence this evening. We totally needed your positive energy coming through and
Yes.
talking to us this evening. Yes.
And Tyra, you got a TV opportunity waiting for you. And if I could be a blessing and making sure it happens for you, you let me know because
Oh,
I do know of a sister that is looking for someone. I know she has the Christ will Reign TV network, but I believe they have another one.
Mm-hmm.
But I see that you have a voice and you have a message where others need to hear it and see it on TV. And this is a
Oh,
blessing. But
yes.
you want to the Lord, at this point in time, He wants to enlarge your territory,
Mhm.
you know,
Well, I
and this is
receive
an
all of
opportunity.
it.
Yes. So when you're ready at the appointed time, you pray and seek God about it.
Yes.
But I wanted to be obedient and say that to you.
Oh, thank you. And I receive it, and I receive all the blessings that are bestowed upon you to tell me as I'm telling you, everything that you have done, not everything you have done has not gone in vain. And I want you to continue on doing all of the amazing things that you're doing. And if anything I can do, please let me know. I'm 100% supporter of, your mission, Arnita.
Yes,
Hey,
yes,
you
I'm
got me
grateful.
for life, as somebody told me. Somebody said, you got me. I ain't going nowhere. I'm like, okay.
Amen. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. You never know what God is going to do.
Right.
You never know. So
Yep.
I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the connection,
Yes. Definitely,
divine
definitely.
connection.
Yep, a divine connection. Yes. So, but I'm not going to hold you any longer, Arnita. I'm going to let you out. Everybody,
Yeah,
y'all make sure y'all follow Arnita Deshields. Y'all can check her out on her website, ArnitaDeshields.com. Make sure y'all go to the radio station. Y'all go to Prayer Radio. Download the app Live 365 if you can't, if you don't want to go online. This way you could tap into her programming and see everything, all the amazing things that's going on, because everybody needs a word, a positive word. We get a lot of filthy words on Instagram, but you can get a lot of positive words on Arnita's page. Trust me, and is the positive words that we need, the messages that we need to hear to keep us all calm and happy and just put us in a clean state of mind.
amen. Amen. Now, how do I get out?
I'm gonna let you out. All right, y'all. Let me let Arnita out. All right. You have a good one,
Listen, I got it
Arnita.
without a problem. I'm like, now,
Yeah.
how do I turn this off?
Yep. I got you. Have a good one, Arnita.
All right, God bless you all.
God.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yes. God bless you, Arnita. Have a good one.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. And that was the fabulous Arnita Deshields out of Philadelphia. She's an amazing woman of God, has a lot of, oh my goodness, a lot of things happening, and positive things happening, so definitely follow her website, follow everything that she has going on. And yes, she's awesome. So I thank her again for coming on. The mission is I am focused. So next thing I want to talk to y'all about before I sign off is thanks Alex, thanks D. Motivating Young Moms. So y'all know I am the vice president of Motivating Young Moms organization, and so we are having our annual fundraiser next weekend. Well, it's our annual mother-son luncheon that we're having, and anybody in the Philadelphia area, we definitely would like folks to come through. Thanks, Janelle. We would definitely like folks to come through if they can. A mother and a son, if you'd like to come for the luncheon and everything, and join us next Saturday, April the 9th at 12 o'clock. Our luncheon is from 12 to 3. Next Saturday at where we at 6380 Germantown Avenue here in Philadelphia, and this He's My Son luncheon, and that's what we're having this weekend coming on April the 9th. I did drop the Cash App for anybody who wanted to make a donation if you could not be in attendance. The organization, the money that we are receiving from donations and tickets, we are making a donation to the Autism Society, because this is a National Autism Month, and so we definitely want to help out children, help out families and children who are experiencing autism. So that's our mission for this month. And so if anybody would like to donate to Motivating Young Moms, there's our Cash App pin at the bottom. Feel free to, send something over if you like. If you have a son, mother, son would like to come to the luncheon, we still do have tickets available, and you can find those at our IG page at Motivating Young Moms. Let me try to put this. Motivating Young Moms is our IG page, and then yeah, so but this was an awesome evening. Um, I'm going to get ready to sign off, but I wanted to get that information on so that folks would know exactly what he's doing, because I was actually supposed to do this the beginning of the live when I started at 6, but I decided to, talk about some other things that was going on. So, make a long story short, doing it now. If anybody has any questions about anything, I will be available probably for the next 30 minutes or so. I look forward to connecting with all of you. My next Sunday's interviews. Okay, so be sure to watch myself and Dr. Candace on Friday. We will be. I gotta find out what my topic is. Let me tell y'all, I be forgetting stuff. But anywho, Friday, myself and Dr. Candace will be on our YouTube channel, Mental Health Minute, which will air on Friday at 5 p.m. Also, we will be, let me see, I'll be being honored, at Arnita's event on Friday. Trying to make sure I cover everything. My next week's guest, my goodness, y'all. I tell y'all, don't get, like, I've been getting up every day, y'all, at 4 o'clock in the morning. So, with that being said, y'all know I'm on E, but I can't be on E. So, I'm trying to get it together. So, next Sunday, no, we're going to start with Thursday. I'm going live Thursday evening. I have Chandrika Carter coming on. She is an accountant, and she will be coming on talking about her business. She'll be talking about her event that she has coming up in Tulum. So yes, that is definitely a must hear. And I will have her on Thursday at 7 p.m. After I interview her, I will have Ava coming on, and Ava will be coming on speaking about her business, Violence in Bloom. So yes, so Thursday we have 2 interviews. We have a 7 o'clock and a 7:30. The next interview after that, I have Sunday. Next Sunday, we have our own Janelle Santana Sims, JS Self Care. She will be on at 6 o'clock next Sunday, April the 10th. At 7 o'clock, we will have women's women owned journey. That will be at 7 o'clock. The CEO and founder of that organization is Shay Monroe, my birthday bestie, will be coming on next Sunday, right after Janelle. I can't wait to interview both of these wonderful women next Sunday, as I can't wait to interview the 2 wonderful women that I have on the schedule for this Thursday also. So as y'all know, it was like a long waiting list for Tyras, just saying. And so I had to open up days during the week to do interviews. And so with that being said, you will see me going live now a little bit more often. Hence, I have like 2 Thursdays a month that I'll be going live. So I want to, so just to give y'all a heads up. But yes, so make sure all of you watch Gossip and Heifers on Wednesday. Oh my God, they're gonna kill me. Wednesday at 7:30 Central Standard Time, as they will be coming on YouTube and Facebook Live. So make sure you tune into them. Make sure y'all watch Nikki White Chocolate and Nikki White Chocolate and Shanta and Tycoon on their show. I believe it still airs on Mondays at 7 p.m. On Instagram, Square Biz. So make sure y'all catch Nikki and them tomorrow evening. And yeah, that's about it. I know it's going to be a lot of tunes and a lot of stuff that's coming on. Y'all know I always make sure I catch Kendra G, because she is hilarious. So make sure if y'all, looking for love or looking for something, make sure you jump on and watch that. I know Hirsch does it all. She does a lot of lives also. So make sure you catch her as well when she goes live during the week. So, oh yes, and Nixa Key also, she does a lot of things too. So just make sure you pay attention to your live buttons, everybody, because everybody will be coming on doing some awesome things. So I want each and every one of you to have a awesome, blessed week. I will be contacting you next weekend. So if anybody has any questions, hit me up. But other than that, God bless. Have a good night, and I will see y'all on Instagram land.